Hello, it's Darren from Grill's Cottage Garden Plants here in Cornwall in the UK. Today, filming this on the 18th of May 2026. Look, we've got a deer in the field behind us. Great, isn't it? So today I'm making this video about sowing and growing carrots. This is my carrot bed. So I use a fleece once I've sowed my carrots, and I use cloches to then cover them and then hold it down with big poles and rocks like that. So as I said, it's the 18th of May and this is the first time I've taken the cover off because I'm going to weed the carrots today. I've done that section already. If I go up a minute, this side I've got to weed. So you can see this is sort of the amount of weeds you're going to get in a month in my garden. So you want to keep the weeds at bay when you're growing carrots. Don't want the weeds to take over. So sowing carrots. Let's just look at a few rows here that we've sowed. So we've sowed carrots. It's about 4 to 5 weeks ago. We would say we're in Cornwall, remember, so think about your warmth temperatures where you are if you're in the UK. We didn't sow these till middle of April and now we're middle of May, and this is what we've got now. We've got little carrot seeds coming up everywhere. So don't sow them too early is what I'm saying. The other thing is very important is direct sow. Don't ever sow them in seed trays. It's not something I would recommend to do. Direct sow. Why do we cover with the cloches and fleeces? We've got a large amount of carrot fly every year in this garden, so this will stop the carrot fly picking up scent. And we also grow onions beside our carrots, which will help ward off the scent of the carrot to the carrot fly. So we grow mainly two varieties here. One is called resistor fly, which should be resilient against carrot fly. We've found that it helps, but it's not necessarily foolproof resistor fly. And there's other carrot seeds you can get which will say that they're resilient to carrot fly. Doesn't say they'll stop carrot fly. So resistor fly is one, we get that from Premier Seeds here in the UK, and the other one we grow, and we grow a lot of, is one called Giant Red. Giant Red we get from a company called Real Seeds, again in the UK, which they are a heirloom. I think they're a heirloom variety of carrot, and when they say Giant Red, they are really big carrots. And both of these carrots, taste wise, fantastic taste of them as well. When will we start picking these? Probably not till maybe August, and they'll probably keep us in a crop of carrots with a bed of this size. I reckon it will keep us in carrots until December, if not January. If the tops sort of die back, it doesn't matter. The carrot is fine in the ground. They're not really going to rot or anything. They're usually fine in the ground easily till November. Once you get December, January, then they could start to rot or get a bit of disease. So just be aware of that. And also, you know, you can actually store carrots in buckets of sand. If you want to pull them up and put them in buckets of sand, that will store the carrots for longer as well. So we double dig this area over before we put the carrots in, so we've got nice soft soil, and take out any big stones whilst we're digging it over as well, because obviously if you have compact soil, the carrots could fork, and also if you've got big stones, the carrots could fork. I mean, it's still a carrot at the end of the day. It doesn't matter too much if it forks. It's still very much usable in your kitchen. So they're not the most difficult thing to grow, I don't think, in a garden or allotment. I think from what I've told you now, I think if you follow those sort of instructions, you probably will get a decent crop of carrots. Obviously at some point, you know, when you get a lot of carrot seeds in one place, you've got options here. You can actually take a few out, and they will then obviously give more space for the carrots to get bigger. Alternatively, what I've also done sometimes is I just leave it like that, and then when we get ones which are half decent size, we'll pull those up. That'll give more space for the other carrots to grow bigger. So either way is fine, you know. Don't fret about too much about thinning the carrots. If you know, it's entirely up to you. Both ways works, it really does. So if you've not got sort of naked ground, you know, sort of soil allotment like what we've got at the end of our garden, you know, what we've got there, potatoes and onions and all sorts going on. If you haven't got that capacity, don't think you can't grow carrots. If you have something like a bucket like that, you want to drill some real big holes in the bottom, put some maybe gravel in the bottom, about maybe an inch of gravel, and then fill it with fine compost to about maybe 3 inches from the top. Then what you can do is sow your seeds and then put maybe 3/4 of an inch of compost on top. Keep it watered, and you know, you can grow carrots in a pot like that, as long as it's a nice deep pot like that. Don't have anything too shallow, because the carrot will basically bend and whatnot. Finished with a deer, still there. Yesterday we had 3 deer. We had mum, dad and a youngster in here yesterday. Lovely bit of nature, isn't it? Anyway, any comments, I'll do my best to come back to you. I can't always come back instantly because I'm very busy in the garden. I always try to though reply. Any likes is fantastic, and subscribe if you wish.